I don't know how many people know this about you, but you used to be a teacher at the University of Montana. What did you teach, and how good a teacher were you?
Well, I keep running into students, and every once in a while I think maybe I'll get a bad review and it'll be really awkward in an awkward time. But I think I managed all right. I taught for just a couple of years. It was 2 years in Montana State University. I was kind of planning to go to New York to start acting, and I was in Montana where I'd been going a lot, and they said, "Why don't you take this job?" And I tried it out for a while.
Now, turning to this movie, when you play the President of the United States, what are the costume fittings like? A little bit different than other movies?
Well, it was it's a very American experience because the president doesn't wear European clothes. I guess, not politic, and the unions wouldn't be pleased. So but there's a lot of great American clothes, and there's something classic about that, discovering that blue suit that everybody goes, "Oh, that's presidential. That's it. Let's go with it." So.
The reactions to the White House sets, when you first saw them and were sitting in the Oval Office, how'd it feel?
It was like just down to the T, to the nano inch, being exactly like the Oval Office and everything. And it was all the dressing was the same, as the White House. And I could stand right on the carpet on the presidential seal. And, there was almost a very kind of interesting synchronicity that when I would go to that point, people would pay attention. It was wild. It was like, even if we weren't ready to shoot, if I stood there, there's people who started to look nervous, like, "Are we going to shoot soon? He's getting presidential over here."
Yeah. And a quick question. I've always wondered how people react to actors after they do certain movies. After you did Sleepless in Seattle, how did women react to you after that movie?
Sleepless in Seattle. Well, there was a kind of a quiet little support group for Walter because of his allergies, and there was a whole thing of things like, what's really wrong with Walter? Why couldn't Meg Ryan have just gone with him? Which was nice, a firm support group, because they kind of had their own idea about that choice.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.